Hello my lovelies, it is time for round 15 of Cards Against My TBR, so stay tuned. Welcome to those that are returning as well as those that are new here. If you're new here, Cards Against My TBR is one of the multiple TBR games that I play in order to pick my TBR for the month. So with Cards Against My TBR, the way I've started doing it recently is I have a stack of 52 question and answer cards from my Cards Against Humanity cards. There are 26 question ones, 26 answer ones. I shuffle them up and I select 5 at random, and then I find books to answer the questions or that make me think of like what the answer is, things like that. You'll see as we go. So starting off, let's go over how I did for January. Now at this point in time, it is February 24th, so there are still a few days remaining. I think that I will probably get at least one more of these read that I haven't gotten read yet. So we'll see. Okay, so one that I got carried over that I was supposed to do in January, and I said if I didn't finish in January, I would carry it over to February, was Brother Song by TJ Klune. This was for the card, "The pleasure of watching my boys wolf down my pot roast and scamper into the woods." I didn't finish it in January, but I did finish this in February, so I can take this card away. And then these were the 5 that I got for, that I was supposed to read in February. So for the card, "Having a Heart Attack," I was to read "The Witch of Willow Hall" by Hester Fox, and I did read this, so I can take that card away. For the card, "How Bright is the Sun," I was to read "1 Second After" by William R. Forstchen, and I did read this. For the card, "Rampant Misogyny and Sexual Harassment," I was to read "All the Rage" by Courtney Summers, and I have not read this. I don't know that this one is actually going to get done in February, so if it doesn't, this one's going to get rolled over into March. For the card, "The Wi-Fi Password," I selected "More Than We Can Tell" by Bridget Kimmerer, and I did read this. And for the question card, "I Like Blank and I Cannot Lie," I selected "Crazy Stupid Bromance" by Lisa K. Adams, and I have not yet read this. However, I plan on reading this weekend, so this should get completed in February, but again, if not, I will roll it over into March. Okay, so now we need to shuffle these up and then select our 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it looks like this time we got 3 question cards and 2 answer cards. So let's see what we have. The first one is an answer card here, and it says, "Speaking in iambic pentameter." Okay, so I think for this, I should pick a book that's like in prose or poetry or something like that. Okay, give me a second to, once again, I didn't bother to pull all the books that I need to read in March, so I've got to figure that out and see if any, I don't think any of them will fit for this prompt. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to figure something out, and it may take me a minute. Okay, so this may be stretching it a bit, but it's one of the books that I want to be able to read this month because it's the second book in a series, and I just recently read the first book. And I'm counting this for this one because, well, hold on. The book is Enshadowed by Kelly Krieg. This is the second book in the Nevermore series, and it's kind of Edgar Allan Poe inspired, and there is like Edgar Allan Poe poetry throughout the stories, and heck, it even starts with a part from one of the Edgar Allan Poe poems called The Sleeper. So I'm going to count this one for this card, speaking in iambic pentameter or pentameter. Okay, next up is a question card. This one says, having the worst day ever, hashtag blank. So let me see what I can pick for this one. Okay, so for this one, I decided to go with a book that I have to read this month anyway. It's for one of my buddy reads, and that is Before the Devil Breaks You by Libba Bray. This is the third book in the Diviner series. So having the worst day ever, hashtag Before the Devil Breaks You. All right, next up we have another question card. This one says, don't miss Rachel Ray's hit new show, Cooking with Blank. So this could be a person or possibly something we could use like as an ingredient. I have it, hold on. So I actually had a couple of different books that I have in my stack because in that first break I went and pulled all the books that I either have to read this month or I would like to read this month. And there are a couple of them that could have worked for this. One of them I was thinking about was like, don't miss Rachel Ray's hit new show, Cooking with Blood of Wonderland. Or Cooking with Extraordinaries. Or, gosh, what was the other? But I decided to go with don't miss Rachel Ray's hit new show, Cooking with Lady Midnight. I think this works perfectly. This is the first book in the Dark Artifices series by Cassandra Clare, and I'm doing a buddy read of this book this month, or in March, so perfect. Okay, next up we have an answer card. Ooh. Cheesy Crunchies. Okay. I don't think I have any in the stack that would work for this. For this, I'm thinking either food related or just something cheesy, like a comedy maybe, or something along those lines. Let me take a look around and see what I can find. Cheesy Crunchies. Okay, so for this one I decided to go with one of my Once Upon a Book Club YA boxes, and I'm selecting Happily Ever Afters by Elsie Bryant. This looks like a cute, cheesy YA romance, and let's see, this says, 16-year-old Tessa Johnson has never felt like the protagonist in her own life. She's rarely seen herself reflected in the pages of romance novels she loves. The only place she's a true leading lady is in her own writing. In the swoony love story she shares only with Caroline, her best friend. When Tessa is accepted into the writing program of a prestigious art school, she's excited to finally let her story shine. But when she goes to her first workshop, the words are gone. Fortunately, Caroline has a solution. Tessa just needs to find some inspiration in a real life love story of her own, and she's ready with a list of romance novel inspired steps to a happily ever after. Nico, the brooding artist who looks like he walked out of one of Tessa's stories, is cast as the perfect Prince Charming. But as Tessa checks off each item on the list, she gets further away from herself. She risks losing everything she cares about, including the surprising bond she develops with Sweet Sam, who lives across the street. She's on her way to having her own real-life love story, but is it one she wants after all? And this sounds so cute. And yay, I get another one of these boxes knocked out. So this is what I'm going to select for Cheesy Crunchies. Also, I noticed when I opened the box that some of the things are wrapped in stuff that has like food items on it, so maybe there's food involved too. Okay, now on to the last card, which is a question card. This one says, my homeboys tried to warn me, but blank makes me so horny. Okay, I'm thinking smut. Oh, I know. So I happened to come across this graphic novel on Amazon, and let me just tell you, it looks very, very smutty, and it had really good reviews, so I ordered it. And I've also shown it off to a few people, and I know I even ordered it for Kaylani. So that is a fine print by Stephen Sejic, and yeah, very smutty graphic novel. So my homeboys tried to warn me, but fine print makes me so horny. Oh my goodness. Oh. So this is my stack for March. Ooh. So I ended up with one that I was hoping to add. It's not for anything, but it's just something I wanted. Two that I needed to for Buddy Reads. And then two others, which, I mean, I'm excited to read all of them, so yay. But oh, that's a hefty stack. So have you read any of these books? Did you like them? Did you not? Comment down below and let me know. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!